Um, Thanks for joining us today. I'm Andy. You may have noticed I don't have blue hair, filling in for Kat, and you may know Sarah, who you're on the what team, Sarah?
I'm the map designer.
Awesome.
Map design team.
Cool. So yeah, yesterday we had a little update for Dawn of War 3. Plenty of new content, new skins, and a new map. So we're going to jump into that in just a second, have a look at some of the cool new skins. Firstly, you guys might know that we're running a promotion in conjunction with GW, Games Workshop, Skulls for the Skull Throne, aptly named, and I think you can get like the previous Dawn of War games for 75% off, and you can get Space Marine for I believe the same, and Dawn of War 3 for 25% off, so check that out if you fancy it. So yeah, cool. Let's jump into having a look at some of the skins that came out yesterday. Let's go over to this.
Cool. So yeah, we're going to take you through the elite screen here to show off the spiffy new skins. So we have Jonah Orion, Gabriel Angelos, and the Venerable Dreadnought set up here. So right now they're on their standard skins. So one cool thing that you can do now with these elites is you can give them custom paint job. So if you have a custom paint scheme that you've made in the Army Painter, you can have those colors transfer over to their standard models by selecting this custom Librarian Jonah Orion or custom Gabe options here. So I'll just select that. And I have the Blood Ravens skin palette.
Ooh.
So I'll just
That's
zoom in
pretty nice.
here so you can see the new color scheme on his original model here, which is pretty cool. And then we have a new skin, which is a helmeted Jonah Orion skin. This one's pretty cool. So as you can see, yeah, I get this
He looks
pretty
badass.
cool look on top there. And yeah, it has a really cool little stand, and yeah, it's pretty neat.
And I'm right in thinking you can change the colors on these ones as well, right?
Yeah, so
Cool.
as you can see, he's picked up the skin
Oh, yeah.
colors on like his armor there, in the middle, his little shoulder pads. And then you can do the same thing with Gabriel here, so I'll just switch him over. Choose custom colors. So yeah, you can see the paint job, paint change there. And then we have the Tartaros Gabriel Angelos.
This is my favorite.
This one's pretty badass. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Beast.
That's pretty cool. And this one
He
as
looks
well
evil.
picks up the custom colors as well. Yeah. And then the Venerable Dreadnought here. So we have the Chaplain skin for the Venerable Dreadnought. Yeah,
Oh,
it's a little skull face. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
that's awesome.
Cool. And then I'll just pop over quickly to the orcs. And we'll look at the Storm Boys here. And this is their original model here. And there's a new custom Storm Boys. So not only does this new skin pick up your custom
That's
color
pretty sweet,
set,
actually.
but they also get a bit of a model change as well.
Yeah.
So not only does it pick up the new colors, but it's also a brand new skin as well. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
And then Gorguts as well has the custom skin, and same with the same with Beauty. Then we'll just pop over to the Eldar here. And we'll look at Maka, because she has a new skin as well. So she has the custom colors.
That's pretty sweet.
And there we go.
As an Eldar fanboy, this skin excites me.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like the texturing on the helmet.
Yeah.
It's really neat.
Yeah, that's amazing, actually.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll just jump into the multiplayer game here.
So, guys, we're going to play a quick 2v2, as you can see, versus a couple of our Relic compadres. We're going to be showing off the new map, Manufactorum, and Sarah's going to talk you through the map and some of the cool design elements on it, and how it plays out. So just about to jump into the game when everyone's ready.
Alright, I think.
Yeah. Go.
So this map has a 2v2 and a 3v3 variant, so we'll be playing on the 2v2 version of it. And it will also be available in both Power Chord and Annihilation game modes, on both the 2v2 and the 3v3 map.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
So what we got? We've got orcs. Oh, okay, got a good balance. You can see what they're running with.
Alright, so we're in the map now. I'm just gonna run my guy up here. So, as you can see, it's a Imperium tile set on a more kind of a Starfordy.
It looks super dark, this map.
Yeah, it's quite a bit darker. They wanted to go with more of a kind of darker theme for this map. There's a lot of lava, a lot of really cool vista work. This area in the middle here has a lot of really cool detail around it. There's a lot of lava down here and little pits filled with magma and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so some of the main highlights of this map is you have a 3-node right outside of your base here. This file, this economy while I explain. Yeah, so you have this 3-node right outside of your base, and it really helps to boost your economy, having a nice save point like this with so many resource nodes around it. Another thing about the economy that's a bit different with this map is there is your natural resource point on this side has an elite node on it, as well as a requisition node. And the same is on your opponent's side over here. They also have an elite node on this save point. And so it's really important to try and hold this side, because if you lose both of these points, it can give your opponent a really significant advantage for getting their elites out earlier.
But there's also the middle elite point as well, which I had a mad battle over yesterday.
Yeah, so to balance out the craziness that can go on that side, we also have this area on this side of the map where we have an elite point in the middle here, and we have this high ground location up here, which is quite good. I'm going to run up here because it's quite a good spot to build a forward base. And so if you can hold this position, you can have a really good advantage of striking into your enemy's territory from here.
There's some nice flanking routes around that as well.
Yeah.
Yesterday I ran round the side and came up behind like my opponent's force.
Yeah. So I'm gonna build.
Warriors shall step from this threshold.
The Avenger Shrine shall send its warriors.
Oh.
Ceasing of my passage across this treacherous realm.
Yeah, so you can build a forward base up here and attack along these sides. And your enemy's shield generator is right here. But you also have to be careful if your enemy takes this. If your enemy takes this, then they have the exact same advantage of attacking you from here.
Yeah,
so it's really good to keep an eye on both sides.
So it's quite like, it's quite narrow, the map in some respects, but also there's like three like lateral lanes that run across it as well.
Yeah, so there's a lot of, we wanted to improve the connectivity a lot, because since the two side lanes are pretty important, we didn't want you to feel like you're kind of stuck on one side. So if you go up from your base on this side of the map from your shield generator, you have this nice little lane in the middle here that leads not only to this middle point, but it also leads around, and you can head back to your base, or you can head over to the other side of the battlefield to help out your teammate.
Okay.
which can be quite useful. And another cool thing about this map is, I'm gonna move all my guys over here. Another cool thing about this map is when you're in the middle here, and say there's some big battle going on for this high ground spot, there's this bridge here that you can knock down. And you can knock it down by destroying either this canister or this canister up here. So if you're over on this side and you're like, oh no, I need to help my teammate, you can come up, destroy this canister, lower this bridge, and then try to flank from behind here. So you could get caught up in a fight going on around this area, but get completely blindsided by someone coming up from behind you.
Sneaky. How does that take like the same amount of time to knock down as it does in other maps? Like
Yeah.
those gates?
Yeah. Yeah, we like to keep the gates consistent throughout throughout all of the maps, so that it's not, so that you're not like trying to guess how long it'll take this gate that looks exactly the same as say another gate on another Starport or Imperium map.
So what's your early strat here? I see significant amounts of Dire Avengers.
Yes. So I haven't had much time to think about strategy, so I kind of defaulted for my usual strat of making a lot of Dire Avengers because I love the plasma grenade.
And you've got old Autarch Kaya there for the cheese.
Yeah, so Kaya gives you some nice elite doctrines there that are pretty fun to use.
It's like, was it? You get 2 grenades per squad, right?
Yeah, so he gives my Dire Avengers 2 charges for their plasma grenades, which is pretty fun.
Okay.
Let's see those snipers attacking me, so I'll pull back here.
Oh, here they come.
The foundations of our glory will be laid with
So this is where it's going to go down.
with song revealed. Onward.
Dire Avengers await your orders.
What are you facing? Is it Space Marine and Orc?
Yeah, so it looks like the Space Marine player is trying to set up a base around that high ground spot.
This happened to me yesterday.
And then I can see the icons on the mini map, so that's where the Orc player will be coming from. Looks like he's logging up there. Make some more Bone Singers.
Summoning a Bone Singer.
Very well then.
Our elite warriors will deploy at your command.
I'm gonna wait one more elite point.
A Bone Singer answers the call.
Okay.
Our infinity portal is complete.
I will craft it, and I shall lend my voice.
What are you thinking elites wise at this point? Like, you going to bring them out in natural order, or are you going to save for Kaya?
Yeah, I've got about 60 seconds
long.
left for Kyer, so I'll probably just wait for him.
Upgrade complete.
Since I've got a bunch of Dire Avengers. Then I might try to get Maka on the field.
Yeah. You've got the damage, but then that stasis might come in handy.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, he's not done building that yet. So.
March then.
Oh, hang on.
Our devotion is to on eldritch wings.
It's quite quiet earlier. They're fighting over on the other side. A little action.
Yeah, it looks like my teammate's doing pretty well over there.
That's good.
Though they look a bit wounded.
Oh, he's got the Maka skin.
Shrine is complete.
Yeah, might swing over there. I think.
So guys, if you've got any questions around the map or the new skins,
Our elite warriors await
pop them in the chat and we'll try and get to you.
price. Upgrading infantry health.
Okay. So I'm gonna run around this way.
Glory and nothing standing. Moving now.
I'll send
Attack ally.
one Dire Avenger squad up here.
Let us be grand today. Go ahead. Your journey ready.
Alright.
We will seek it out. I serve the craft world. Jump it up. From my blade comes the storm. I hear you. Ancient winds blow. Awaiting must it shall be. My sword! Need your best? We have vanquished an enemy.
We have upgraded infantry damage. Battle has
Oh, look
escalated
at
to
it.
phase 2.
Get out of there, Kyre.
Okay, this is looking. Oh,
What is your intent for this excess requisition?
yes. What is your
Some of
intent?
the-
Summoning Wraithguard.
We're still going with the Avengers. Okay.
Yes, I am every step. Lord's greatness.
Did you build a warrior portal? I didn't see.
I have not built
Oh,
one
okay.
yet.
Skipped it.
Oh,
Interesting.
run
So
away!
I go.
Doo-doo-doo.
Dire Avengers answer the call.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Wraithguard answer the call.
I'm gonna loop around to my friend's
Warrior health improved.
base up here.
Dire Avengers await your orders.
Okay.
I go.
Dire
Fire.
Avengers answer the
I'm
call.
gonna send him back to the HQ so he'll heal faster.
Dire Avengers await your orders.
We are hastened. Ready.
So I'm building Dire Avengers right now because they're fairly cheap.
Wraithguard will rise.
But
Fair
I'm
enough.
also building up a force
Avengers
of
answer the
Wraithguard.
call.
So
Yeah, my standard Eldar strat is
Upgrading
Wraithguard spam.
upgrade
It's
started.
about what I'm good for.
they are pretty useful. Bring him in first.
The Wraithguard live again in your service.
I'm also a bit worried about getting attacked by the Space Marine player over here.
Over there, he's got that other elite point. Yeah.
So I'm going to put my Wraith Guard in here. Open up that. I'm gonna scout ahead with my Bone Singer there. That way, if they try to attack from that side, we'll be ready.
So we got a question from Bree.
Yes.
He's asked, why put 3 elite point generators on a single map?
Well, for starters, we thought it would be fun to try
Yeah.
something a little bit different. And so, we also wanted to kind of experiment because a lot of our maps have like 1 or 2 elite points on them. So we wanted to experiment with what would happen exactly if we added more elite points and allow for more of a dynamic between fighting between points with elite nodes on them and resource points on them, so that if you lose out on one of those points, you have more of an elite concern
Right.
rather than power concern. Because before, if you lost a requisition node and a power node on like one elite point, then you'd be more worried about vehicles, your opponent having artillery units. Well, I'm gonna lose all these guys.
This isn't looking
That's
great.
okay.
Vehicle
Just make
health
more.
upgrade secured.
This is why Dire Avengers are pretty great. I can crank them out while I'm explaining things. Yeah, so we basically wanted to play with a different kind of dynamic. So you're kind of worried more about elites coming out later on than horde of like tanks,
yeah.
or Wraith Guard.
No, I liked it. I played it a couple of times yesterday, this map, and it definitely plays slightly differently, especially with the dynamic of the two elite points on the far side, and then the one on the south side. So that's often becomes like a focal point, but it's interesting the way it plays out.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, and we like to try out different things on our maps and make things a bit more interesting. It gets kind of boring if all the maps are exactly the same, or if they have the exact same resource layout.
When it comes to 3v3, is it like, how does the 3v3 variant of this work?
So we've added another HQ. So
Right.
the other HQ is over here.
Oh yeah.
And so
I mean, resource-wise, is it still like the same
Yeah,
amount of
so-
nodes per?
resources and everything like that is all the resource placement is about the same. We didn't want you to have to relearn the map completely if you're playing a 3v3 instead of a 2v2, or vice versa. And so with that in mind, oh, sorry, getting distracted
No,
again.
gotta concentrate.
So yeah, basically no economic difference. Mostly just an extra HQ. The gameplay is pretty fun on a 3v3 because you can have one player for each side, and then the middle guy helping out whoever is in the most amount of need on either side.
Right.
So that can be pretty. That can make for some interesting swings in a battle.
Yeah, I've only played it 2v2. Interesting to see how it goes 2v3.
Yeah, with the 2v2, you have to be a little more careful about how committed you get to one side.
Yeah. Like, I got super committed to the elite point that you're pretty much on at the moment, and
Yeah.
a couple of Vipers started poking out like all my other generators. It was very annoying.
Yeah, so if you go in really, really far, oh, I know this strat. Oh. Okay, Maka.
Tier 3 has been attained.
Yeah, guys, so we're happy to answer questions about the skins and the new map, and we'd love to talk about what's coming next, but we just can't. We're not able to yet. So,
There goes Gaia. That's
Oh.
okay, not more.
Summoning Wraith Guard. Securing. We have lost a requisition generator.
With soul, it will be brought.
Summoning Dire. We
Still
have
going for the
lost a
Dire
resource
Avengers.
point.
And a commando
is
just
he gonna
tried
go
to
down?
sneak up
Is
on
he gonna
us.
go down?
Oh,
Wraith Guard
I
answer
don't
the
think so.
call.
Made it.
Dire Avengers await your orders.
So I'm gonna buy this economy because my teammate's doing really well keeping his army alive.
Here they come.
Dire Event. Our warrior portal now stands ready. The Wraith Guard live again in your service. Dire Avengers await your. We have upgraded infantry health.
Oh, there comes the Wraithler.
Dire Avengers
Oh,
I think he's gone too early. No?
oh yeah.
Got a few.
We will seek it out. Put them down like dogs.
Alright.
Dire Avengers await your orders.
I'll move my Wraith Guard in there.
On me.
Oh, they're sending squigs at us. Alright.
A shields generator is under fire. The foe has destroyed a shields generator.
Okay.
Order received.
So I've just been upgrading this. So if we lose points, we still at least generate more income from this one.
What's the plan now? Are you going to, because they've got the 2 elite points, are you going to push on this one here, or are you in defensive mode? What's the state of play?
Well, I'm probably going to shadow my teammate here.
Okay.
And maybe act as a little decoy down here. Or up here. It looks like...
It is now the 3rd phase of escalation. The upgrade is done.
Yeah, they're going for it. Oh, here we go.
Turret under enemy fire. Infantry weaponry is improved. Point captured. Let us make the most of this resource.
Okay.
The foe has destroyed a turret.
Oh,
Oh no.
okay. I think I need to go
Light
back.
enemy force engaged.
It's not looking great, I have to say.
Our elite warriors will deploy at your command.
Well, let's see how this goes.
Oh dear.
Our Infinity Shrine and light enemy force met. South of your position.
She's going down swinging.
Yep. Okay. Well, I can at least stall them.
How's I think your teammates?
Power generator is under
Yeah.
fire. We have lost a power generator.
Those resources
The
are
foe has destroyed a requisition generator. You've lost us a point.
Here comes the Wraith Lord sauntering through.
complete.
Oh, he's off. Doesn't fancy it.
Tally of dead soldiers rose. Aye then. You're in danger if we fail. I've come to lead the storm. Come to the storm. My soul.
Bomb them.
Whoa, he's so dead.
Yeah, I haven't really played much with Kaya, but I started playing with him yesterday a little bit, and I feel like I've been missing out.
He's
Pretty
pretty
good.
fun.
Shrine shall send its warriors.
Alright, Mac is back up.
Power generator complete.
Okay.
You have your bones on Eldritch Race.
Dire Avengers answer the light enemy force.
Are you going to try and do a sneaky Eldar
Southwest of your position.
teleport behind enemy lines play, or is it not going to happen?
Not sure. Oh,
Dire
you
Avengers
guys
await
stay
your
there.
orders.
Let us be grand today.
So,
The Wraith Guard live again in your service. Resource point captured.
So it's a bit risky right now because we're fully open on the right side.
Yeah, I guess.
But my teammate has decent sized army
We
now.
have lost a resource point.
Order received.
Okay, let's see.
Securing improving vehicle durability. A power generator is complete.
Awaiting your instruction. A grand march then.
So Catclaw asked a good question. He asked about the skins and why we can't change colours of certain units, like Dire Avengers, even though in the Codex you can colour them on the tabletop. So why not on Dawn of War 3? And the answer to that is it's complicated really. So we work with Games Workshop closely on how the characters and units in the game look. And for Dire Avengers and a couple of other units in the game, there are some more hefty lore implications for changing their colours. So we try and work with GW to strike a balance and find a nice middle ground between lore accuracy and customization.
Oh, almost got it.
We must be patient.
Oh, that's bad.
So Kai's getting mashed by those termies.
Waygate is lost to us.
Oh,
Now the Infinity Portal is attacked. Vehicle durability improved.
I think it's hard when you're playing on stream because you spend the first like 5 minutes talking about the map to actually like play properly. Because the other guys, they're not having to explain map design and stuff. And
Light enemy force
yeah, sometimes it's
west of your position.
not easy.
Release the storm's fury. Summoning Rain Guard. We are losing a resource point. Your dalliance has lost us a point. Rain Guard, answer the call. Infantry health upgrade secured. Improving vehicle weaponry. Summoning Dire Avengers.
We are hastening
We saw him off.
to the fray. Go ahead.
alright.
Moving now.
Relocating Infinity Gate.
Okay, Too Sketchy, community member. He has asked an interesting question. He's asked what
Complete.
like tactical advantages can you utilize or do you recommend on this map? Like what
Dire Avengers
is there about this
await.
map that you can take advantage of, I guess?
The enemy orcs wield
so-
potent ability.
Oh,
A bone singer, ready to serve us.
sorry, 1 second. So
A bone singer
this area in
answers the
particular is a pretty neat spot for building a forward base. So tactically, you can do all kinds of things from up here, which can be pretty cool. You can station guys up here and scout down on this lower platform and see units that are trying to run by and go down this middle route to try and capture this elite point. So this helps you kind of capture both, keep a handle on these two resource points. If you're having trouble being on the receiving end of that, you can also go down through this kind
Yeah.
of sneak path, because then you're completely out of the line of sight of any units that are up here. So this area is
It gets
quite
messy.
interesting tactically. Alright, so I think my teammate's going for it up here. So I'm going to hang back and defend.
Another thing that I found in the limited time I've played this map was that if your opponent's like heavily committing to the point that we were just looking at, and you and your teammate just storm down the other side, you've got those 2 elite points and they've got that 1, but it's a better position for you than it is for them.
Paladin's still up there.
Dire Avengers answer the
Everything
call.
there.
The Wraithguard live again in your service. The battle has escalated to the next phase.
We are your warriors to triumph.
Dire Avengers await your orders.
Okay, Brewery asked, and this is something I want to know as well.
Yeah.
He wants to know who the best Dawn of War 3 player at Relic is. So we've got, I mean, it's probably between 3 guys, and they're dev test team. There's a few people on the dev test team, but they've been playing Dawn of War 3 the longest. So it's Tim, Darren, and David. We've actually written a couple of blog posts on them and tips, which they gave the community around about the time the game was released. But yeah, those three are probably the best players.
They're really good, yeah.
I don't like playing against them.
It's
not much
it
fun.
is quite difficult.
Yeah, to say the least. But yeah, I think like rumor has it that David is the best 1v1 player, and that Darren and Tim are better at 2v2 and 3v3. So yeah, a bit of balance there. Maybe we should sort something out to find out. We'll see. We're having an in-house tourney at the moment as well, which is fun, but it's like good player and, you know, someone who hasn't played the game as much on the same team, so it's a bit of a pro-am thing going on.
Summoning Dire Avengers.
It's not super competitive.
By my hand, I will launch turns on this action. You see
Okay.
it.
So I
shall shape this place.
Dire Avengers answer the call. Returns to the webway. A bone singer ready to serve us.
got a gate there, but I'll put a gate
With
next to
some
it.
replacement.
I hear you.
Okay, another question from Kajini this time. So, what's your favourite race on the tabletop, Sarah?
It shall be as
I really like Tau
Tower.
and Eldar,
Yeah.
but my favorite aesthetically is Skitarii. Though
Okay.
they're kind of more Imperium Mechanicus, so I'm not sure if they fully count as a full-blown race exactly, but
They're pretty cool.
yeah,
Super cool.
they're definitely my favorite. I have a couple models I'm working on at home.
For me, it's Eldar. I collect Ulthway, and I used to collect Space Wolves. I've got a lot of Space Wolves, but they haven't had as much love recently as in years gone by. So yeah, those are my two.
Wield a potent ability.
We've got quite a few awesome armies in the studio. Phil, our lead designer, he's got an amazing Blood Ravens army, and we've got some cool Necron and Tau. We've got all sorts.
Power core is under attack.
Oh, I should pay attention to
Oh,
what's
this looks like it is.
Oh, there you go, Tyre. I got way too caught up watching them over there.
A requisition generator is under fire.
Like, I find that's why Mac is so useful in the late game.
Yeah.
Just the ability to do that. She might not be able to dish out much damage at this point, though.
We have lost a power generator. Eldritch Storm is ready to cast.
Excellent.
One more Hawk loss. I then.
Oh, taking time. Fine.
Unleashing the Eldritch Storm. Power core shields activated.
You're doing a good job, like I know it's inevitable at this point, nearly, but you're holding out quite well. Oh, I got him. Small victories. No.
Cool.
GG.
Yeah.
Damn. Well,
We are defeated.
hope you guys enjoyed having a look at the new map. Obviously it's playable now, so yeah, hope you get a chance to have a few epic battles on it yourselves. That was pretty cool, that one, I think.
Yeah, lots of cool moments there.
Yeah. Do you think that if you didn't have to talk on stream, you could have beaten those guys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done it before, but
Yeah.
it's a bit difficult to micro and answer questions at the same time.
No, well, thank you very much for tuning in, everyone, and we shall see you in the future for another stream. Cheers.